Hello everybody, Dave Johnson from the Media Relations Office here at UW Lacrosse, here with head softball coach Chris Helixon as we preview the WIAC softball championships. This weekend, they're held down at UW-Whitewater. The Eagles will enter the tournament as a number 2 seed. They'll face UW-Oshkosh on Friday at noon. In the other games, 5 teams make the WIAC tournament. Eau Claire and Stout will face each other at 10 a.m. And then Whitewater, the number 1 seed, will host the winner of that first game. The action continues on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And the winner of the conference tournament will earn the automatic bid to the national championships, which will be announced on Sunday. The selections will be announced on Sunday. Coach, let's first talk about your season. You're 26 and 12 overall. You finished 10 and 4 in the conference. Just talk about overall season. You only had 3 seniors, but they were very big contributors to your team. But just talk about your team in general, how the regular season went.
Well, I think there's a couple ways to look at it. The process of how we kind of went through our season and worked, and then the results that we've gotten. And I think I'm just thrilled with the process that we went through. Starting with our senior leadership was just excellent this year. Jesse Kerrigan, Jenny Gallagher, and Lane Dickman are all very hard workers. Communicate well with the team, and just I think always kept us on the right path. And then from there, everyone followed and trusted in them, and it's just a very hard-working group and fun to be around. Results-wise, we finished second in the conference, which is not our ultimate goal, but I would say, we're satisfied with that at this point, and hopefully we can make a run in the tournament.
And you got off to a great start when you went out to the Tucson Invitational. You played actually some games in Rochester, Minnesota at the Dome there, but you went out, the 13-1, I believe you were on Tucson. Just kind of what that did for the program in terms of getting the momentum going into the season when you came back to the Midwest.
Well, we beat some great teams down there, and it all comes down to pitching in the sport of softball, and in baseball too, but in softball, the pitcher kind of dictates how your team's going to do, and we just pitched really well against excellent teams. We played Central College from Iowa, beat them twice, and then Hamlin as well as regionally ranked, and we're able to get 2 wins there as well.
And you've won 8 of your last 10 going into the conference tournament this weekend. So just talk a little bit about the kind of momentum you got going on right now. You've just coming off a split the other day with Stevens Point to wrap up the regular season.
Well, every doubleheader in our conference is a battle. It doesn't matter what the records are. It's every game's kind of like a rivalry game where if you're not playing your best, you're probably going to get beat. And so we experienced that a little bit in the last doubleheader, but feel really good. We swept Eau Claire on the road, swept Oshkosh at home. 2 excellent teams, and just feel good about where we're at heading in.
Like I said, the Eagles do play UW-Oshkosh on Friday at noon. And like you said, you beat them earlier this year twice, 5-0 and 4-1 here in North Campus Field. Just talk about what you expect from Oshkosh in the tournament in the first game.
Well, they have a veteran pitcher who, Sarah Brunley, who moves the ball really well. She's a tough one to get a handle on. We've struggled with her at times. Managed to get a win against her this year, so we expect her to be tough, and I would expect she'd be the one pitching against us in this first game. They also have a really powerful lineup that we've got to be real careful with.
Talk about the other teams in the Whitewater, of course, is they'll host it. They're the regular season champions, and then Eau Claire and Stout. Whitewater's been ranked probably almost all year. So just talk about those other 3 teams, what they bring.
Well, Whitewater has excellent pitching. Bella Mathias is a freshman pitcher who throws hard and moves the ball really well, has a nice rise ball that at least the first time we saw her looked pretty tasty to us that we're kind of waving at, so we got to get that under control. And they have an excellent hitting team as well. Eau Claire, I believe, have the best ERA in the conference. I'm not sure as a team. They also have an excellent offensive lineup as well. Very hard-nosed, hard-working team. And then Oshkosh is, like I said, just a top-notch team.
And we'll talk about your team a little bit. You've set a school record for steals. You have 78 already this year that's broken. So Brittany Baldwin leading the way, has already set the single season record and the career record. Only a junior, of course, from Stoddard, went to La Crosse Central. Just talk about what her, and then Stephanie Cole at the top, they're your number 2 and their number 3 hitters. Just what they've done for you, getting on the bases to be able to be driven in.
Well, Brittany is a real table setter, and how she goes the team pretty much. If she's on base, we can get her to second, or she gets herself to second. And so we don't have to give up outs. Typically bunting her over, we can steal her, which makes a huge difference in our offensive Stephanie Cole's just been unbelievable for a freshman coming in. Plays with a lot of poise and just has a real nasty bat. So she swings the bat hard. So.
And then just talking about with the stolen bases, just trying to put pressure on your opponents. I would assume, right, to try to get runners on base and then get them around for your down the order lineup. But just talking about what that has meant to you to put the pressure on the other team with your steals.
Well, it means a lot, especially, and it helps to have Brittany batting and then getting on base and then having a powerful hitter like Cole coming up behind her. It's difficult for them to cover knowing that they have to defend this great hitter as well. And so to be able to not have to bunt Brittany over just makes a huge difference for us.
So the team is hitting .319 overall. You're talking about pitching for a minute. Your team ERA is 2.17. So Jesse Kerrigan, you mentioned, Caitlin Hughes and Katie Klein, just your three mainstays on the pitching staff. Katie Klein has set an NCAA Division III record with career saves. Jessica is moving up the ladder in all-time wins in her career. Just talk about what those three have done for you this year.
Well, I mentioned before, it all comes down to pitching, and I think our team ERA is in the ones. I don't know what it is exactly off the top of my head, but they've just had an excellent year. Caitlin Hughes was the pitcher of the year in the league last year, and has had a good year this year. She's 4-0 in conference, and does a nice job of keeping the hitters off balance. So all three of them have just done a superb job, and we use a kind of a team pitching philosophy, which a lot of teams in fast pitch don't do. They'll have a pitcher pitch the entire game and then go on to another one for the next game. Sometimes it's even the same one, but we like to have 3 or 4 that we can use a lot, and they can spell each other and complement each other really well.
Again, the WIAC championships this weekend down at UW-Whitewater. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The bids will be announced Monday at noon Central Time on NCAA.com. You can follow the Eagles this weekend on our webpage, UWLathletics.com, as well as WIACsports.com. Thanks, Coach, and good luck.
Thank you.